All right, now you can hear me. Noise, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it. I guess just take us back and tell us the story. How you got from Iowa State to this Zoom call right here. When Pitt reached out and what your contact was like with them.
Yeah, for sure. So my story, I went to Iowa State my first year. Um, it was a good year. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself and how to get better, and I learned how to live by myself off the court. College is a new experience for everyone, so that was really helpful. And then I hit the transfer portal. I felt like looking for a fresh start, looking for a new opportunity, and yeah, the whole coaching staff showed me a lot of love. We hopped on a Zoom call. I came here for a visit, and everything just made sense in a way. And I really liked what they told me. So
Um, Hi, Nojus. I'm Dominic. I cover Pitt sports for Pittsburgh Panthers on this side. I was just curious about your Lithuanian background and playing for the U18 team a few years ago. And, can you tell us about that and what that means to you?
yeah, I played for the national team every summer. I tried to. Last 3 summers I've been playing for my age group, and I played up one year, and it's a really great experience. Playing against different cultures, different styles of basketball, and just seeing places around the world that usually other people don't get to see. We traveled a lot, and I feel like representing your country is a really important thing for me, so I enjoyed it a lot.
Hey Noyes, Justina Ricchini from the Trib Live, Tribune Review. What was it like last year playing for Iowa State and a team that made the NCAA tournament? You guys won a game in the NCAA tournament. What is what's one of those lessons that you take from that experience that you hope to bring to this Pitt team that, added level of experience only in your freshman year you were able to make it as well?
Yeah, I feel like just playing hard every game and every game matters, honestly. Um, on being on a good team last year, I could just tell you got to put in the work every day, you got to compete, and you got to bring it every game. And to make it that far in the tournament was really exciting. And I feel like I could bring that same energy and swagger that we had on that team to help us win games for Pitt.
Hey, Noyes, George Michaelowski, Pittsburgh Sports Now. This Pitt team, doesn't have a ton of shooting experience in terms of career three-pointers made. I believe DeMarco is the only guy with over 100 threes made in his career. What can you bring to the team in regards to outside shooting?
I feel like I work on my shooting every day, so just falling back on the work is really crucial. Um, I'm confident in my shot, and I know my teammates are gonna look for me, so I'm gonna shoot it with confidence. And I know my teammates are gonna be confident because we got a bunch of dogs on this team. So anyone, if you're open, let it fly. And yeah, I feel like we put the work in, so we'll see good results.
Hey, Notice, Stephen Thompson from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I just wanted to ask, what about, Pitt's pitch to you specifically during the recruiting process did you find compelling?
Yeah, I liked how how open the coaches were and super honest with the way they view me. I like the city, the fans, the culture of Pitt basketball, um, and everything about it. Honestly, I think I liked our strength coach. I liked everything, just like the way they opened opened like their arms to me and just let me come in and it felt like I never skipped a beat last year, so it felt like everything was pretty neutral.
Noyes, you talked about getting to talk and meet with some of your teammates that you'll be playing with this year. Has there been a couple of players in particular that you've been able to connect with in your time in Pittsburgh training this summer? And what do you hope to build with some of those guys?
Yeah, I've been here for like a month already, so I've met a couple teammates. My guy Barry, um, he's great off the court, but he's a great player on the court. I saw him work out every day, and I see him put in the work, and big season for him. So I'm super excited for him.
Nojus, what could you say about Deshaun Jackson obviously played with him last year at Iowa State. What can you say about him coming to Pitt, and what should Pitt fans expect from him this season?
Yeah, Deshaun, he's a great guy off the court, and on the court he could flip the switch and be a dog. I feel like he's a competitor. He's gonna chase down every rebound, and he wants to win as bad as anyone else. So you could expect a lot of great things from him, and yeah, that's my guy. So I'm super excited for him too.
I'm sure the coaching staff has a lot of stuff that they like about your game and everything like that. But once you got on campus, and I guess before even you got on campus, what were some of the things that they wanted you to work on and improve on this summer before games start?
I'll probably say my dribbling. I think just working on the ball more. We've been working, me and Coach Brown, we did a lot of stuff with the ball, off screens, pick and roll, and reading, reacting, honestly, just playing free.
You said you've been in Pittsburgh for about a month now training with the Pitt basketball team. Have you been around the city at all a lot? Have you been exploring where you're going to be living for this next season? Have you been kind of seeing what's going on around the city, and where what have you been up to then besides training for basketball?
Yeah, I've been around the city a couple times. I bought a scooter, so I get to take that around. Great weather so far, so I just been driving around, seeing the spots, seeing campus, and I like to walk around too if weather allows me to.
Steven asked you what the Pitt coaches wanted you to work on. Can you tell us more about what their pitch was to you as far as how they see you fitting in, what they feel like you're bringing that they need on this team?
hmm I would say just a scorer, a shooter, someone that is willing to make an open shot, but also make the right play. Um, Make sure get read and react, like make the right read every time, and someone that they could trust with the ball in their hands.
You talked about the culture a little bit as something that was attractive to you, but I mean, with so many new faces on this roster, do you feel like there's a chance for this group and a lot of the new guys to kind of put their imprint on this program and maybe build something new?
Yeah, I think just people coming from everywhere and buying into the program is gonna build a culture of its own. So I'm super excited for that, and I think the characters and the personalities on this team is gonna surprise a lot of people, and I think we're gonna have a great year.
Noise, what is it about Coach Capel and the coaching staff overall that really drew you to Pitt? And you're like, yeah, these are the guys I want to play for. These are guys that are going to bring me to the next level in terms of my game.
Just the past experience Coach Capel had. He's had a lot of NBA guys, and the whole coaching staff has had a lot of great players throughout their years of coaching. So that really inspired me. And I know that just off the court, they're great people. Um, I talked to them. I've met their families, and just great people. So I'm super excited to get to know them.
This was a team that didn't have the season they were hoping. They didn't finish the way they wanted to finish last year. This program, I think 5-13 down the stretch. They lost a lot of guys. Um, do you get a feeling around the program as you've been around the guys and around the coaches of a kind of, I don't know, not backs against the wall, but kind of trying to prove everybody wrong? Sometimes they have the shirts that say Pittsburgh versus everybody, that kind of stuff. Do you get sort of I don't know, that kind of attitude, that kind of vibe around the program right now?
For me, I get a vibe of just like everyone's got a chip on the shoulder. Everyone's coming from a place where maybe they didn't get the opportunities that they deserved, and they're coming to prove stuff. And I feel like everyone's just trying to play with the edge. I feel like that's what makes it dangerous.
Chip on your shoulder is a better way of saying what I was trying to say. Do you have that? I mean, coming from your experience?
I think so. I for sure do. I feel like my whole life I just been trying to compete and be the best version of myself. So I've definitely had a chip on my shoulder for my whole life.